Hi there, this is Catherine. Thanks you for listening to my SEO Tips micro podcast. So, before we get into today's SEO tip, I just wanted to share with you the ways you can support the podcast if you're enjoying all the tips and finding them useful. So, you can send me a donation at buymeacoffee.com/Catherine W. Ong, O-N-G, and that's Catherine with a K. Any and all levels of donation are appreciated. It will help me offset the cost of producing the podcast. So, that's buymeacoffee.com/Katherinewong. I'd also encourage you to subscribe to our email list to make sure you're not missing any future episodes or any other news about the SEO Tips podcast. And to do that, you'd go to wostrategies.com/newsletter. Okay, on with today's tip. Google Analytics 4, it's time to get familiar. Hello, and thanks for listening to SEO Tips today. So while G4 is an expansion and rebranding of the App Plus web property that was launched by Google last year, it's now officially released. And actually, when you set up a new Google Analytics account, it's the default option. And Google recommends now that you set up both property types in parallel. So here are the crib notes for you. So this Google Analytics tracking doesn't track page views. Instead, it's built around an event structure. It's more like an enterprise analytics tool like Adobe, where you have to set up the dashboard views that you want to see versus them being there by default. It's frankly a major departure from the universal analytics. It's going to require training, tracking, reporting to be successfully implemented. So this is part of the other reason why I'm making sure that you're aware of it via tip. It has deeper integration with Google Ads. It can track users across devices, across web and app, hence the web app name that it used to have. It can automatically alert marketers to data trends based on AI predictions. The new layout is actually organized around the customer lifecycle. And on my blog, I have a link to what the layout looks like. Event tracking, page scrolls, and video plays are tracked now without any additional code. There are also additional options to comply with GDPR and CCPA and allow you to delete your users' data. You can't yet filter out your company or a consultant's traffic or track cross-domain tracking yet, and it doesn't link with Google Search Console. If you're looking for a quick overview of the differences, I have a link to a really great video on my site. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for another SEO tip.